It's Pepe's become kind of a symbol.
That's Richard Spencer, the white supremacist who coined the term alt-right and helped to elect Donald Trump. You might have heard leaked audio pop up in your feed recorded in 2017 around the time of his Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville. In it, Spencer, who reportedly called an emergency meeting after learning of the death of counter-protester Heather Heyer at the event, went on a racist tirade because water is wet and the grass is green.
I win, they lose. That's how the world works. Little they get ruled by people like me. Little my ancestors enslaved those pieces of shit. I rule the world.
It's unclear why Spencer flew off the handle and blamed minority groups for Heyer's death at his Unite the Right rally when we know the driver of the car that killed Heyer was a committed member of the alt-right. I'm rapper Talib Kweli, and I'm here to help you fully understand how Richard Spencer went from being a racist to laying the groundwork for a Trump presidency. In order to do so, we have to go all the way back to Boston, where an extremely white baby was about to be born. Richard Bertrand Spencer was born in Boston, Massachusetts in 1978. He spent his formative years in Dallas, where he attended an all-boys prep school. He graduated from the University of Virginia with a BA and then from the University of Chicago with a master's. Mother Jones notes, Spencer's master's thesis was an analysis of German philosopher Theodor Adorno, who he argued was afraid to admit how much he loved the music of Wagner because Wagner was an anti-Semite championed by the Nazis. Pursuing a PhD in the mid-2000s, Spencer attended Duke University alongside Trump's current immigration hawk and fiery speechwriter Stephen Miller. The two organized an on-campus immigration debate featuring a prominent white supremacist. Once Miller landed in the White House, Spencer said that he had been a mentor to the young Stephen Miller during their time together at Duke. Later, Miller told the Washington Post, "I condemn his views. I have no relationship with him. He was not my friend." Which is a convenient thing to say about a racist who used to be your friend. In 2007, Spencer dropped out of Duke to pursue a life of thought crime. It's unclear what that means, but if it means racist stuff, it's definitely true. A year after dropping out, Spencer coined the term alternative right or alt-right, a term used to label the far-right white nationalist movement he is a part of.
To be white is to be a striver, a crusader, an explorer, and a conqueror.
The alt-right movement took off online. Memes of Pepe-the-Frog accompanying anti-Semitic, anti-multiculturalism, and any other anti-insert entire group of people here imagery blew up on the dark channels of the web.
We memed alt-right into existence, and it's now almost a household name.
Spencer went on to launch a website to highlight white identity politics called altright.com. GoDaddy pulled the site down in 2018 after a complaint was filed for being in clear violation of GoDaddy's terms of service, as it includes content actively inciting violence, particularly against racial and ethnic minorities. In 2011, Spencer fully expanded from the internet to reality. He became president and director of the National Policy Institute, a white supremacist think tank. According to its original mission statement, its goal is to elevate the consciousness of whites and study the consequences of the ongoing influx that non-Western populations pose to our national identity.
America was, until this past generation, a white country.
According to Mother Jones, Spencer knows a white ethno-state is a distant dream, but he has a quicker solution: ethnic cleansing. He hopes America's non-whites can be made to agree that returning to the lands of their ancestors would be best for everyone. It's like presenting to an African that this hasn't worked out, he says. We haven't made each other happier. We are going to have to take part in this paradigmatic shift together.
Africans have benefited from their experience with white supremacy.
Spencer has long been going to bat for white America in dark corners of the internet, but his rhetoric seemingly seeped through the presidential candidate and Home Alone 2 cameo star Donald Trump in 2015, who called Mexicans rapists and vowed to crack down on the border. In August of the same year, Spencer's movements made it to the mainstream after Hillary Clinton said the emerging racist ideology known as the alt-right has effectively taken over the Republican Party. When Trump released his harsh immigration policy, members from the alt-right felt seen and united with the Republican frontrunner.
Currently, European Americans are being dispossessed. We're being demographically dispossessed, and we're losing our culture. We're losing our sense of being. This background gave birth to the Trump phenomenon.
A month out from Trump's victory, Spencer said, "I think if Trump wins, we could really legitimately say that he was associated directly with us, with the R word, all sorts of things. People will have to recognize us." And when Trump won the presidency, this happened.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
But Trump's victory wasn't enough for the alt-right. In May of 2017, Spencer organized the deadly Unite the Right rally, where he led a group of tiki torch-toting racists through Charlottesville. The white men chanted, "Jews will not replace us," and "Blood and soil."
This country does belong to white people. Culturally, politically, socially, everything. We defined what America is.
However, in November of 2018, Spencer turned his back on Trump and urged his followers to do the same. He tweeted, "The Trump movement is over and it's time for us to move on." Spencer believes Trump's first years in the White House are what we could have expected from people of the Jeb Bush and Marco Rubio ilk. For Spencer, Trump hasn't gone far enough. And if that's the case, it's unclear just how far someone must go to get the Richard Spencer disgusting, hate-filled seal of approval.